They said he had a memory like a camera. Dates, names, faces, he could recall them all. He could tell you what color the sky was on the day his neighbor's car broke down, or the license plate of a vehicle that sped past his street 5 years earlier. His mind was sharp, precise, unforgiving. But when the police asked him one question, the one question that could have saved his life, his mind went silent. October 9th, 2018. Rain was falling hard over a quiet suburb in Pennsylvania. The kind of night that feels heavier than it should, where even the streetlights seem tired. At 10:41 p.m., a 911 call came through. Male caller, shaking voice. "There's someone in my house," he said. Then silence. When police arrived 12 minutes later, they found the front door wide open. Inside, the lights were flickering. A coffee mug lay shattered on the kitchen floor. And in the living room, a man in his mid-30s, blood pooling beneath him, phone still in his hand. His name was Evan Cole. Evan wasn't dead. Not yet. He was barely conscious, his pulse fading. And as the paramedics worked, he whispered something that one of them caught. Just before his eyes rolled back, I saw his face. Evan survived the attack. Barely. 3 days in a coma, 2 surgeries, and a scar that ran from his jawline down to his collarbone. When he woke up, detectives were already waiting. They had questions. Who broke into your house? What did you see? What do you remember? And that's when they realized something strange. Evan remembered everything. What time he turned off the TV, the exact brand of cereal on the counter, the color of the intruder's gloves, black, latex, size medium, the make of the knife, Westhoff Classic, 8-inch chef's blade. He even remembered the sound of the man's boots on the tile, but not his face. Every detail was crystal clear, except the one that mattered most. Before the attack, Evan had lived a quiet life. He was a freelance photojournalist, mostly small-town features, human interest stories. Live alone, kept to himself. His friends said he had a mind like a filing cabinet. He could pull out moments like folders. Dates, quotes, faces, all there waiting. So when the police learned he couldn't remember the attacker's face, they didn't believe him. They thought he was lying, or worse, protecting someone. The lead investigator on the case, Detective Leah Forrester, was blunt. She'd seen memory tricks before, witnesses claiming to forget until it suited them. But something about Evan didn't fit that pattern. He wanted to remember. You could see it on his face, the strain, the anger, the guilt. He wasn't hiding something. He was trapped inside his own mind. The department assigned a psychologist, Dr. Hannah Carter, to help recover Evan's memory through cognitive recall therapy. The sessions were recorded. Each began the same way. Hannah would dim the lights, turn on a small desk lamp, and guide Evan through the moments leading up to the attack. What did you hear first? The wind, the rain, a door hinge. What did you see? Shadows moving near the hallway. What did you feel? Cold, fear, familiarity. That word, familiarity, caught Hannah's attention. "You knew him?" she asked. Evan hesitated, then said softly, "I think I did." Detective Forrester dug deeper. Evan's name appeared in one of her old case logs. A 2014 hit and run he had photographed for a newspaper article. The victim? A 27-year-old woman named Lena Pike. The suspect fled the scene. Never caught, but there was one blurry traffic cam photo of the driver's car. A dark sedan with a damaged left fender. Forrester checked Evan's car registration from that same year. It matched. She didn't want to believe it, but it was there, black and white. Evan Cole had been a suspect once. Now, 5 years later, someone had nearly killed him. 2 weeks after his discharge, Evan returned home. The police had cleaned the crime scene, but he could still smell the bleach. He walked through the house carefully. Every footprint, every scuff mark, every reminder of what happened. Then he found it, a small envelope tucked beneath the welcome mat. Inside was a single photo, him lying in a hospital bed, unconscious. On the back, written in red marker. You still don't remember, do you? Evan brought the letter to Detective Forster. They dusted it for prints. Nothing. No DNA, no traceable ink, no camera footage from the street. But something about the handwriting struck her. The slant, the pressure, the sharpness of the letters. She'd seen it before, 6 years earlier, in a suicide note. The note had been left by Thomas Reed, a mechanic who had worked at the same garage where the hit-and-run victim's car had been repaired. His death was ruled as suicide, gunshot to the head, but the case file had Evan Cole's signature in the witness section. Detective Forrester confronted Evan with the evidence. He looked confused at first, then terrified. "I didn't kill anyone," he said. "I swear, I just took photos for the paper." But as she laid out the files, the car, the article, the suicide, he started breathing faster. Then almost in a whisper, he said, "I know that handwriting." "From where?" Forrester asked. He looked up, eyes wide. "From my own notes." Evan rushed home and dug through his desk drawers, beneath old notebooks and camera receipts. He found a leather journal wrapped in string. Inside, scribbled entries, random sketches, and pages filled with fragmented phrases. "Don't go near the garage. She saw me." Erased the photo. And near the end, one line that made his blood run cold. "If he finds out I remember, he'll kill me first." That night, Evan sat in front of his mirror with the journal open, forcing himself to read every page. The handwriting, it wasn't all the same. Half the entries were shaky, rushed, written with his left hand. The other half, precise, deliberate, written with his right. Two versions of himself. One documenting a life he remembered. The other, a life he'd tried to forget. He flipped back to an early page from 2014. It read, "Lena Pike, accident. Thomas took the blame." Thomas Reed, this suicide. Evan realized what it meant. Thomas hadn't killed himself. He'd been silenced, and whoever did it was still watching. Around midnight, the power went out. Evan's house fell into darkness. He grabbed his flashlight and moved quietly through the hallway. The air felt thick, that electric stillness before something happens. Then from the back door, a faint click, the sound of a lock turning. He spun around just in time to see a figure standing in the doorway. Black gloves, dark coat, face hidden by a mask. The intruder stepped forward. Evan raised the flashlight, and for the briefest second, their eyes met. And something about those eyes, the way they flickered under the light, felt familiar. Before he could react, the figure lunged. The flashlight dropped, and the room erupted in chaos. When Evan woke up, he was in the hospital again. The same sterile white walls, the same soft beeping of machines. But this time, there was someone sitting beside him. Detective Forrester. "You're lucky," she said quietly. "Whoever broke and didn't finish the job." Evan's voice was hoarse. "Did you catch him?" She hesitated. "No, but we found this." She handed him a photo, the same kind that had been left before. Only this time, it was a picture of his living room, and the attacker standing behind him, mid-strike. And in the intruder's hand was a knife engraved with the initials EC. Forrester went back through every piece of evidence, every report, every print, every statement. And buried deep in the archived records from 2014, she found something that made her heart stop. A deleted witness statement, filed under Evan's own name. The statement read, "I hit her. I didn't mean to. Thomas said he'd fix it." The missing detail Evan could never recall was the truth. He had been the driver in the hit and run. Thomas Reed had covered for him and later paid the price. And now, 5 years later, someone connected to that night, maybe family, maybe an accomplice, had come for revenge. A month later, Evan met Dr. Carter again. His memory was returning in flashes. Blinding, brutal flashes. He saw the rain, The headlights, the woman's scream, and Thomas Reed pulling him from the car, saying, "You didn't see anything. You never saw anything." Hannah leaned forward. "What do you remember now?" Evan looked down. Everything. Every sound. Every smell. Every drop of rain. Except for one thing. The face behind the mask. 1 year later, Evan moved out of Pennsylvania. New name. New town. New life. But the past doesn't stay buried. He still wakes up at 10:41 p.m., the time of the 911 call, hearing footsteps in his hallway. He still checks his front door 3 times before locking it. And every so often, he finds a new envelope under his welcome mat, each one empty, except for a single Polaroid of himself, taken while he sleeps. Evan Cole remembered every detail of his life. The places, the people, the pain, but not the one thing that could save him. The face of the person who wanted him dead. Some say it was guilt. Others say it was trauma. But maybe, just maybe, his mind was protecting him from a truth he was never meant to see. This is Hidden Case Files, True Crime, where every memory hides a secret and some truths refuse to be remembered. Subscribe for more haunting true stories, because not every mystery is meant to be solved.